Hi everybody, it's Taylor. Welcome back to my channel. I'm an American expat living in Malaysia and I like to share my life and travels with you. Well, this week I'm going to show you Thanksgiving in Malaysia at a very special place, so stay tuned for that. But today I'm going to have lunch with a viewer over here at Sold Out. You know, that's one of my favorite places. And I'm here at the Linc and I'm going to do a little early Christmas shopping. How does that sound? Sound interesting? Stay tuned. As you know, the Linc is one of my favorite shopping venues. It's small, which I enjoy because I don't like to walk a lot. But I'm going to see how they're decked out for Christmas, and I'm going to look and see if they have anything special that I want to buy. I'm actually looking for some new Christmas ornaments too. So let's go inside and see what they've got. Well, I'm in the atrium with the tree now. And I don't know, it doesn't look like they do much for Christmas here. Just these little twinkling lights around the railings. But maybe there's more. If there is, I'll find it. Well, there's a bit more. Not very impressive. Not like the big balls. This is a much fancier grocery store than the one I usually go to. It's called Big Ben's Independent Grocer. It has really lovely produce. It's quite a bit pricier than my neighborhood grocer that I go to mostly. I have quite a few Santa ornaments, but I always need more because people think I look like Santa. This is an excellent place to buy cheeses. Oh, pretty little Christmas crackers. Pretty little plants. You know, I should have a few real plants in my house. Well, I stopped at Bean Brothers for an iced latte because I'm a little bit early to meet my friend. I'm meeting Tony, the guy I'm going to have Thanksgiving dinner with. I haven't met him before, so it'll be interesting to get to know him a little bit better before we have Thanksgiving together. I bought a couple of ornaments. I'll show you when I get home. And after lunch, I'm going to go get this diffuser I saw. It was really cool. And I've been wanting something like that just so my house smells fresh. I don't know, I haven't had much luck with them before, but this one's electric, so I think it'll be good. Anyway, I'm going to finish my coffee and then go meet Tony. Well, it's Thanksgiving morning, everyone. Look what a beautiful sky I woke up to today. Isn't it stunning? My goodness, I don't usually see the morning sun like that because I usually sleep a bit later. But I'm lucky that I got to see that this morning. Just gorgeous. The weather has been quite cool this week. Gosh, you know, around 25, 24 in the mornings. Really nice. So, you know, low 80s for Fahrenheit people. So I've hardly used the aircon at all. You know, here they say aircon instead of AC or air conditioning like we do in the West. But I don't know, I've gotten used to saying aircon. So I had a lovely lunch with Tony yesterday. It was really nice to get to know him a little better before our Thanksgiving dinner. And as you saw, I did a little bit of shopping, but there really wasn't much going on there at the Linc. Still, I did buy a couple things. Let me show you. I got a couple of ornaments, and isn't it nice the way they wrapped them up? I think that's impressive. So I just got these three little nutcrackers. There's one with a black hat, one with a red hat and a crown, and another one with a black hat dressed in blue. Aren't they cute? That's all I got though, except for this wonderful aroma diffuser. My goodness, I've been looking for this. And it is so pretty, I think. And it was a good price, too. So I'm hoping it'll just get the stale smell out of my house. with the cat and everything, it can smell a bit funky. But anyway, that's all the shopping I did. Well, today I'm just going to get ready for my Thanksgiving dinner this evening. I have some laundry to do and some ironing, one of my least favorite things, but I can do it right over there. And it's so nice because I can look out the window while I'm ironing. But I'm going to do all that, and I'll get back to you when I'm ready to go out tonight. See you later. Well, I'm all done with my chores, my ironing and laundry. Thank goodness that's over with. Well, I'm all set to go and ready to head out for my Thanksgiving dinner. And guess where I'm going? I'm going to have dinner at the fabulous Four Seasons Kuala Lumpur, right next to KLCC. I've never been to that hotel, but I hear it's fabulous, and I can't wait to take you along. I want to thank my new friend Tony, my viewer, for inviting me to this wonderful Thanksgiving meal. So what do you guys think about my outfit? Here, I'll put a picture here of the full length so you can get the true effect. I almost never wear long pants here, maybe 2 times a year, and I don't even own a long sleeve shirt. Can you believe that? Well, that's a wonderful way to live if you ask me. I decided not to go for one of my bold shirts tonight. I just wanted to look, maybe a little more classy. Did I pull it off? What do you guys think? Anyway, I'm going to call the Grab now and get on down there. So I'll check in with you guys tomorrow after it's all over with a full report. Well, it's the next morning, and I can honestly say I had a fabulous time, and I am still full, if you can believe that. I took a Grab down to KLCC because I wanted to get there early, particularly because, Thanksgiving is not a holiday here, at least not for most people, and so there was rush hour traffic, and I didn't want to get in the middle of that, I can tell you that. So I was planning to get there in time for a pre-dinner cocktail, and I wanted to go to the lovely bar they have in the hotel. But I was really surprised when I pulled up and asked the doorman, and he said it wasn't open yet. Oh well, I'll just roll with it. So I decided to just walk across the street to KLCC. And as you can see here, I'm looking back up at the Four Seasons Hotel, and oh my gosh, it's like 60 stories tall. I don't know, is it all hotel? If you know, let me know. Because I can't imagine it's all hotel rooms. But maybe. My new friend Tony told me that it's not even that expensive. So maybe I'll just go stay there for a weekend sometime and take you all along with me. It is a gorgeous hotel. So I walked over to the KLCC and I went by the park, and you can see the fountains here, and they have the Christmas tree outside already set up. And I went inside to look at the Christmas decorations there too. They always go all out here for Christmas. It's just amazing to me they do so much for Christmas here. The country seems to really love it. So I ended up at Burger and Lobster, one of my favorite places to eat. I don't know if I've taken you there before, but it's a wonderful restaurant. And it overlooks the park there too, right in the heart of KLCC. I decided I would have a whiskey sour, one of my favorite drinks, and it was delicious. And so pretty too, don't you think? Now, it should be delicious and pretty because it costs 48 ringgit. Can you believe that? That's like US prices. 48 ringgit is like over $11 US. But it was worth it, and I was in a festive mood, and having a cocktail always makes me a little bit more hungry. When it was time to meet Tony over at the Four Seasons, it had started raining. Big surprise here, let me tell you. Not. Anyway, I just had to dash across the street, so I just got a few drops on my clothes. No big deal. And I dried right off in the lobby. I decided to look around the beautiful lobby and do some filming while I was waiting for Tony. And as I was panning across the lobby towards this little conversation area, he was sitting right there on a sofa. He was on the phone, though, so I let him finish his call while I went ahead and filmed the rest of the lobby. It's really pretty, don't you think? Tony is an American, and he was born in Malaysia, but now he spends 6 months of the year here and 6 months in Charlotte, North Carolina, where he lives, and has lived for quite a while, I think. He was in the banking industry before he retired. So that's a wonderful life for him. 6 months in the U.S. and 6 months here. Surprisingly, it was my first time at the Four Seasons, because I usually don't go to such fancy places. Now, don't get me wrong, I love to go to fancy places. It's just that on my retirement income, it's a bit of a splurge for me. But luckily, Tony treated me, and that was so nice. I was so grateful for that. So we took the elevator up to the 6th level where the restaurant is, and the bar, which I guess was open by now, but I didn't get to see that. The restaurant's called Curate, and I think it's just their buffet restaurant. They must have a fancier restaurant too, because although this is a lovely restaurant, it's not that fancy. I'm sure it's like where they have the breakfast buffet for the hotel, and I think it's just a buffet restaurant in general. I know they had that at the Majestic when I stayed there last year. They had one full-time buffet restaurant, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So that's probably what they do here too. Anyway, it's a beautiful restaurant with gorgeous views of the KLCC Park. It was still light when we arrived, but it got darker and all the twinkling lights of the skyscrapers were so pretty to look at. We were both pretty hungry, so we decided to get started right away, which is what you can do with a buffet, and I love that aspect of it. But first, I held back. It's because I needed to do some filming for you guys, so I walked around and tried to get a lot of nice film of the buffet. And while I was filming at the salad bar, I heard this, "Taylor, Taylor," and this man jumped up from his table and came over to say hi. Turns out he's a viewer from the U.S., although he and his family live in Kuala Lumpur now. Sadly, I don't remember his name, but he had a lovely wife and 2 beautiful children. I don't think they've moved permanently to Malaysia, but I think he used my channel as information before they made the move. At least that's what he said. So it was great to meet them. I gave him my email, so I hope he emails me and we can get together another time. It's always nice to see some fellow Americans. Sadly, I didn't get any pictures of them, though. I'm sorry. I also ran into my friends Kevin and Choi. They also spend 6 months in the U.S. and 6 months here. They have an apartment here that they pay for all year round, but just use it 6 months of the year. That's a great setup, because the rents are low enough that they can afford to do that. But they're getting ready to go back to Oregon, where they live in the U.S. They're just retired friends who like to spend time together. I think that's really nice in your older years. You know, they told me that it's been a tradition of theirs for years to go to the Four Seasons for Thanksgiving. And you know what? I think I'm going to make it a tradition for myself too. And maybe Tony too, because it was so delicious. The selection of food was amazing. They had everything. Indian food, Chinese food, Malay food, traditional Western Thanksgiving food, like chicken, roast turkey, roast beef, which is what I had, because I'm not a big fan of turkey, and I can have chicken anytime at home. So I would never have that in a restaurant if I can avoid it. The other usual Western Thanksgiving things like mashed potatoes, which I didn't take any of, because, you know, those are pretty simple too. And I didn't want to fill up on mashed potatoes. I did have a little stuffing though, and some delicious rice from the Indian section, which went really nicely with my roast beef. They had a wonderful seafood area with oysters and crab and, I don't know, little lobsters. I'm not sure what they were, but it was a huge array and very good. I had some of it, but I loved the Clams Casino, one of my favorites. They also had a beautiful cheese selection, which I'm sorry to say I didn't have a chance to get because I was just too full. You know, it's nice to have cheese after dinner. People often do that instead of dessert. But desserts they had, oh my gosh, they had everything. They had traditional pumpkin pie, they had cheesecakes, they had trifle, they had sticky toffee pudding, which is very British, I think, and lots of other things. Cake pops for the kids. It was great. Boy, it's making me hungry again just to think about it. But I put this little video together for you so you can see what a wonderful spread it was. Well, didn't that look delicious? Oh my gosh, if your mouth's not watering, you're crazy. And like I said, I'm still a bit full today. But it was a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm so appreciative. Thank you, Tony, so much. And I just want to say how thankful I am for my life, for my family, my friends, my wonderful viewers, people like Tony, my reasonably good health, my beautiful cat Earl Grey, and so many other things. But really what I'm most thankful for is that I live in a fabulous country like Malaysia, and I just love it, and I'm just going to stay here the rest of my life. So I'll have a few more Thanksgiving to spend here. So I hope all my viewers in the US and anywhere else that celebrate Thanksgiving, I'm not sure there is any, but not on the same day anyway. But I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends, good food and cheer. If you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe, and check the notification bell too, that way you won't miss any of my future videos. You know, it's really important to subscribe. I'm almost at 25,000 subscribers now. Can you believe it? I'm so grateful to all of you. Also, if you want to buy me a coffee, you can do that too. The link's in the description below. But I really appreciate that too. And I could use some coffee money. I might use it for Christmas shopping, who knows? But I appreciate that so much too. So that's all I have for today, everybody. Thank you for taking the time to spend Thanksgiving with me. I appreciate it so much. I wish I had gotten to bring some leftovers home for me and Earl Grey to have today, but you can't take leftovers home in a buffet. Go figure. So thanks for joining me, everybody. Talk to you later. Bye.